In today's video, I am going to be doing an update on Mohamed Dabone and what he does in game that you can do as well so that you can play at the pro level eventually. Now, keep in mind that he is apparently 13 years old and like 6'10", but I'm on good belief that he's a lot older than that because I know a player who played against him, but also there's a website called FIBA, and they got a 3-on-3 site that says that he's 16. So let's get down, let's check him out and see how good of a player he actually is, what he's improved on, and things you can do that he does so that you can play better. But if you want to be able to dunk, make sure to go check out the link down below so that you can jump higher and, of course, dunk. Okay, so we're starting with a shot being taken from the perimeter. Mohamed Dabone is right there. Now, this player right here, he's doing not a bad job trying to box out. Obviously, he's pushing Mohamed Dabone quite a bit. Kind of has to. There's about a foot difference in height between those two players. But watch what Mohamed Dabone does. He holds his ground, and then he's able to clear out a little bit of space with his elbow, and the refs are not calling this a foul. Literally, the referee right here can see it and didn't call it a foul. Obviously, in most leagues, this would be a foul. However, what he is doing and what I really want to point out is not the fact that he's fouling. It is the fact that he is pinning this guy essentially under the rim. If you've got this half circle on the court, what you can do is to try and get the man who is boxing you out to get stuck inside of that half circle. When your man gets stuck inside this half circle, you have essentially pinned him under the rim. It's going to be very hard for him to get the rebound. And that's why Mohamed Dabone was able to jump straight up, get that rebound, and then he was able to go straight back up for his shot because he was able to pin his man essentially under the rim so that he was unable to get the rebound. One thing that Mohamed Dabone does extremely well is this fact that he can actually shoot threes, and if he is truthfully 13 years old, this is very impressive. So he was, for one, moving off ball. Man drove baseline. Could he be drifting down to the corner? Yes. Could he be lifting? Yes. There's different options, different reads, and that wasn't exactly a bad read because this man was still here and there was an open passing lane here. So by him moving up was actually a smart move here. When he receives that ball, he goes straight into his shot. Not necessarily the most picture-perfect shooting form, but it works for him. And he makes a lot of shots. What a lot of 13-year-olds will do is if they have a player who's closing out on them pretty quickly, they'll hold that ball and they won't do much. They want to try and see what's happening and they wait too long. In this case, you have to be able to pull fast and you got to be able to shoot fast as well. Now, right here, he's being fronted by a defender and he's actually in a pretty good position. So there's three offensive players here. He's got an offensive player on the opposite weak side. And then there's Mohamed Dabone right here who is sealing his man, allowing his man to front face him, but sealing him so that, notice that forearm right into the chest, that is sealing him right there. Hand up, yes, this is going to be a good seal because this man is not able to get behind Mohamed Dabone to be able to steal that ball in time. So if that's the case, he's able to receive that pass nice and high. When he turns, he takes one dribble. I would personally, if I was coaching Mohamed Dabone, I would have said, okay, drop this foot a lot deeper, power dribble two hands at the same time, and then go up. But instead, he goes with one hand. He still goes up, so not bad. That's a massive dunk if he truly is 13 years old. So right here, he was closing out on his man. He must have had his hand up earlier. The shot misses. Now, at this point, he needs to be able to read because there is nobody on or above that line where it's roughly that first hash mark. He's the only one above it. So that means that there are 4 guys there to get the rebound. 3 guys out here on the other team and 1 guy out in the perimeter here. So it's 4 against 1. Somebody on his team better be getting the rebound or they're going to be probably in a lot of trouble. So that's exactly what happens. His teammates get that ball. He's already leaking out. If you know that there is a guaranteed rebound right here, you need to leak out as early as possible. And that is exactly what he does right here. His teammates are good. They're able to see him down court, gets him the pass, and he's able to go up for that big, nasty dunk. Now, right here, he slips that screen. He totally leaves. That's what I mean by slipping when I say slip the screen. And that is when you set that screen and your man is playing high. This guy is going over top. There's an open lane here. Everyone's kind of sticking to their man. Obviously, help man is not playing help. So you slip, you sprint to the rim, and then you get yourself open. Right now, he's got his back to this man, which means that he's somewhat kind of sort of trying to seal him in a way, but he gets underneath that rim, and there's no stopping him underneath that rim at 6'10" or wherever he's at in height. So obviously, this works really well for him because he's tall, but everyone can do this. Have your hands up on defense. Like, this really isn't that hard. By having your hands up on defense, as we can see right here, at least you can disrupt a pass. You can make life difficult for the offensive player. But in this case, because he's so darn tall, he just basically steals the ball. By simply just having your hands up, you're taking away passing lanes, you're making it really difficult for the offense to do much, and even if you're in a man-to-man defense, having your hands up is taking away passing lanes. And obviously, because of his height and vertical, he's able to get these big blocks, as we can see right here. So if you want to be able to jump higher and dunk, especially at the age of 13 like Mohamed Dabone, make sure to go check out the vertical jump training book that is down in the description below. That's going to be able to help you strengthen your legs and get much higher. Explosiveness is very important, strength is very important, so that is what you will get in that book. Make sure to go check it out. Anyways, I'll see you guys again in my next video. Hit that like button and subscribe.